Hello violin players, welcome to Prime Strings. I'm Henriette and today we're practicing the Mockingbird from the Fiddle Time Joggers book. As you can see, this is a duet again, so we're going to split this lesson in two, and we're first going to start looking at the top line and then we'll switch and we'll have a go at the bottom line. And I'll give you an opportunity as well to play both parts with me while the video goes. So let's go and get started very swiftly, and I'll play you the top line. Song this. Now, this song is about your bowing technique as well as the left hand. So let's think about the bowing technique a little bit first. I would like you to play all the crotchet notes with a whole bow. So you start at the beginning with long bows. A long bow here. And now you play half a bow on the two quavers. And then again a whole bow, but a much slower bow on this end. So I suggest you play this with me. We'll play it together and we're really going to be focusing on those long bows. 1, 2, 3, 4. Half bows now. Long. Lovely. Keep going now using long bows. Now play your quavers at the lower half. And upper half here. Let's hold it here a moment, shall we? And you probably have noticed that the first set of quavers are at the lower half of the bow, and then the quavers at the end of bar 10 are at the upper half of the bow. So let's now focus again on bar 10. And let's start our quavers at the lower half. 1 and 2 and long bow E here. And now upper half. That would be absolutely awesome if you could do that. Shall we just try it again? So let's put the bow down on the B. 1 and 2 and whole bow. Upper half. Keep going now. Lower half. Whole bow. Upper half. And a slow long bow. Sweet, very nice. So that is one aspect that you can concentrate on whilst you're practicing this piece. Where am I playing on the bow? And that is a very useful question to ask yourself, because if you structure the bow properly, your sound becomes very, very nice. Now, there are other things to be working on in this piece, and one of these other things is to play the first and second fingers in tune. And this piece gives you many opportunities to practice those first and second fingers, both on the D string and also on the A string. So I want you to listen out this time when we play it next, that your tuning is absolutely perfect, and if it isn't 100% beautifully in tune, then perhaps you might stop and make your fingers better in tune. So as you progress in your violin playing, not only do you play more difficult pieces, but you also play them gradually better in tune. So I'm going to count us in for 4, and let's really focus on that, shall we? So we're still playing the top line here. 1, 2. Let's hold it here a moment, shall we? So now you might ask yourself, if I wasn't playing in tune properly all the time, was I most of the time a little bit too sharp, or was I most of the time a little bit too flat? Or perhaps my second finger was a little bit too flat. So let's see if you can work out for yourself what has happened so far in this piece, because that sets us up properly to practice with a purpose in the next section. So let's see, if you were always a little bit flat, shall we see if we can get this next section, which is on the A string, a little bit sharper perhaps. So now we're going to start on bar 7, and let's see if we can work at it. 1, 2. Again, did you think that was better compared with the first section? Maybe you've played in tune all along. Congratulations, that's awesome. But most people will find that they're either playing a little bit too flat or a little bit too sharp. So I'll give you another opportunity now to check whether, and to think back whether this section was a little bit sharp or a little bit flat, and then we can alter the tuning again in this next section. So we've just got the last line to play. And let's see if we can still improve on our tuning, shall we? I'll count us in for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm hoping that you're getting better and better at playing in tune. Now you may rewind this video and play it again and get a level up in tuning again. And then you do it another time and your tuning keeps getting better. And you want your tuning to be in a sort of positive spiral, getting better and better and better all the time. And using long bows helps a lot with that, because if you make a good sound, it is much easier to hear the tuning, you see. So the two go hand in hand. Use lots of bow in order to hear your tuning better, which will then in turn improve your intonation. Now next up, we're going to learn the bottom line. So this is the accompanying part, if you like. And again, we can practice our long bows and our tuning. So let's get going straight away, and let's see if we can use long bows for every crotchet and minim, and half bows for every quaver. That's the same principle as before. After 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. you see the same principles apply here as do in the first half of this piece. Now, what I'd like you to listen out for, and we've touched on this in the past as well, is that your timing of your bow changes and your string crossings are exactly at the same time. So you can see that, for instance, when you play the first two notes, this note is on the G string, and now I'm changing my bow to an up bow, and I'm going to a different string at the same time. So this is what it's all about. You want to time this really precisely. Go. That's it. If you sound like this, then you haven't quite crossed the strings on time, because I could hear a little bit of the G string still, while my bow was already wanting to play the D. So listen out carefully. If you sound like that, you're a bit late crossing strings. If you do this, you're a little bit early crossing strings, you see. Now we're going to listen out, and that makes timing a lot easier. So we're going to play the lower part one more time, and this time we're not going to worry so much about the bowing, but we're going to focus specifically on the timing of the string crossings and the bow changes. 3, 4. Here's another one coming up. Time it. And time it. Well done. So long as you focus on it, you become more aware of these things, don't you? And when you become more aware, you can play more successfully. So that is what this lesson is all about. You have perhaps seen me watch the strings when I cross the strings. And of course that visual content helps a lot as well by getting the timing right. So if you find that helps you, learn the piece off by heart. I'm a great advocate, as you may know, about learning a piece off by heart each week. It adds something extra to your playing, and it makes the brain understand all the different concepts much, much better if you internalise each piece much better. So go ahead and learn this, either this lower part or this top part off by heart this week, and your playing will enhance a lot for it. Now, we've come now to our play along session. So what I'll do is I'll play this piece twice over. I shall start by playing you the lower part, so you can join in playing the top part. So after this first playing, we're going to swap the parts and we're going to repeat it. I'll count you in, because then you can play the lower part and I'll play you the top part to it. So happy duet playing, everyone. So I'm going to start now, because the lower part is going to start and the top part has got 2 beats rest. So perhaps you can follow my notes when you're waiting to start your notes. So you might get ready there on your first note, but read along my part so you know where I am. Here we go. And ready now? And here comes line 2. And I'll count you in for 4 to play the lower part. Next. Are you ready? First finger on the G string. 1, 2, 3, and. Here's line 2. Last line now, and. I am in awe of you. If you made it to the end, that is very, very advanced playing. Well done you. If you didn't quite make it today, please don't despair, because this is a difficult technique, and to try that and play it together is something else. So keep at it, and maybe tomorrow or the day after tomorrow or next week, you will suddenly find yourself playing that, and that is an absolutely awesome feeling. So I wish you good luck with that. Please write your comments in the comments section below. I would love to hear how you are getting on with this lesson, and then I very much look forward to seeing you again soon. Goodbye.